On behalf of the Rowan College of South Jersey Board of Trustees and our distinguished guest joining us today for this celebration of graduates, it's my pleasure to welcome you to RCSJ's second annual commencement ceremony. To the class of 21 and 2020, we extend our most heartfelt congratulations. This is truly your time. As you begin the next phase of your life, I challenge you to use the knowledge and skills you've gained and pay it forward. Take every opportunity to use your skills to mentor those as you were mentored, encourage those as you were encouraged, and above all, inspire those as you were inspired. Good luck to all of you.
I would like to first begin by congratulating the graduates. I get the privilege of doing this now, or have done this, I should say, for quite a few years. Never in my career have I wished I could be in the company of the class of 20 and class of 21. We have representation, but this idea of not having this student contact is what this pandemic has taught us in one of the lessons that we now have to accept and understand. That the idea of coming together to celebrate your success was just not something we could do. But we chose this way so they would have an opportunity to not let you get away, as we did last year for the 2020 class because of the pandemic, to have some public recognition of your success and your well-being. So congratulations. Of all the classes that I've had the privilege to stand in front of, I would say that 20 and 21 are going to go down in my mind as two classes that I do believe we're extremely proud of, because how unique the circumstances of what you've been through. We cannot go through a ceremony again without a significant reflection back on the last 14 or 15 months. This has been probably the most difficult time, or one of the most difficult times in our country's history, and certainly in our society of late. The times in which we live with regard to social unrest, a threatening aspect to our health and our livelihood, along with the economic individuals that have been impacted by the economics of this pandemic. Those three considerations remain in our society today, and we continue to fight our way out of the darkness. But we will, as a country, as a state, as a county, and as now two counties together for the purpose of higher education. I usually have one word to offer the graduating class. I try to keep it focused on that one consideration. A couple of years ago, and for 20, I would have used the concept of fear, and this idea of a quote that was given to me way back when by an athletic coach who had a comment that he used to say to us: never let fear dictate your fate. Never let fear dictate your fate. Something that has stayed with me to this day, obviously, and I would have offered fear as the concept of 2020 had we had the opportunity to meet and be at least together somewhat visually and vocally. Hold that thought on fear. Now let's go up a stage and up a year to the class of 21. The one word that I was thinking about for the last month to prepare for this evening was what word would be appropriate. It's resilience. I chose resilience. One word, one thought. So to the graduates of 21 and 20, put those two concepts together: fear, never let it dictate your fate, and the resilience of what was needed to get through this pandemic. It was a true test of the ability to survive. And we have come through it together as a family, as a college, and as a community, and we stand here tonight to celebrate that success. So please, class of 2021, never let fear dictate your fate. We were all afraid during this pandemic. We were all afraid. Your very life was at stake at points in this pandemic where we weren't sure if we would be able to survive, or our family members, and some did not. And we had students that lost family members in the middle of this college experience and challenged themselves to the idea: can I go on? Can I go forward? This is just too much weight. Somehow, some way, those of you on this virtual, live telecast, and opportunities driving through in cars next week, we will have an opportunity to go eye to eye to connect and recognize that you were able to do it. Many did not. Unfortunately, this college lost a significant number of our student body during the course of the pandemic, coming over from 20 and into the class of 2021 for graduation. Those of you on this call tonight, that this commencement is for you, you did not give in. to the weight of this pandemic from any perspective. You chose to carry on. You chose the courage within you to go forward. To me, that's resilience. And if you take those two considerations of not having fear dictate your action and the resilience and the courage you possess that you just proved to get on this telecast tonight, you've got the perfect package. And with that in mind, what do you do now? So we hope as a college community that you take the lessons learned, the resilience that you've shown to go through, continue your studies, not lose that gap year consideration or play that gap year consideration or lose your position in a graduating class. You did not. We celebrate you tonight. So what I suggest we, this college community, offer to you is go forward. You have proven many things by being in the graduating class both in 20 and 21 tonight. You have proven yourself to be courageous, to be resilient, and to be fearless. You have proven that you can finish something regardless of what life is going to throw at you, and life will throw more. But you've done it. Pause on that moment. Think about maybe those two words. I'd not go on to say success is not final, and failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Churchill. The courage to continue that counts. So neither is life long, your success or your failure. They mean nothing. The relevant consideration is, are you courageous enough to be taken down and get back up? One other quote I considered was a Japanese proverb that said, knock down 7 times, get up 8. This idea of resilience and resiliency is something that I think you must focus on. So with that in mind, this college has stood by you. We have done everything we can as a college community to hold this fabric together that we call higher education and the opportunity of access and affordability to let you have the experience of a college education. We think, we hope, we pray we did our part through the 14 months and now counting of this pandemic. And you did your part. You continued. You stayed enrolled. You sought the online aspect of the synchronized live. You did what it took to continue your studies and come to the completion tonight. So understand, tonight I close with the idea of appreciation. We appreciate you for staying with us, and I hope you appreciate this faculty, this staff, this college community that stayed with you. Neither of us surrendered to this pandemic, and in doing so, you have reached a credential, a degree, and you now are prepared to move on with your life. And we think and we hope, as I said before, well-versed and well-trained to take on the challenges next. Please find a moment to thank your parents and your family. They stood by you. They must have, because in many cases the role reversed and you had to take care of them or take care of others or younger siblings. We were all taking care of each other in all different ways and trying to find a way to do it. So thank them for staying by you to get you to this moment tonight that you have graduated from college. Once again, the faculty and the staff, please find a way. Send an email, send a note. Some of whom you've never met or never been in any kind of contact. It was a computer screen for the entire year and a half. But they were there for you. They prepared for you and they delivered, and we're glad and happy that you benefited and now are completing your study. And lastly, thank yourself. Thank yourself for having the courage and the ability to do it, to sustain what this thing put upon us, and to be able to be here. It's remarkable, in my opinion. Almost 40-some, 50 years in education, and I've never been prouder to be part of a graduating class of 20 or 21 for what you've accomplished in the conditions that you were surrounded. And many of you had difficult situations coming in. What you have achieved is not to be taken lightly. So please don't pat yourself on the back. The idea of resiliency is what I'll close on, and the idea again that I offer that you take that thought and keep it in your heart and head. You've already proven you are. So with that, we wish you the best of luck. This college community congratulates you again, and we tell you now, please go on to graduate transfer, go on to completion. Do not end your educational life journey every step of the way. You've already proven you can handle anything life can throw. Go on and complete your degree.
Resilience, adaptability, support all encompass the reasons I dedicate my my academic career to being a leading role in 7 clubs and being a part of 5 clubs, 2 honor societies, and several committees centered around student support and engagement. Rowan College of South Jersey has displayed resilience, adaptability, and support in prior years, but more so than ever in the 2020-2021 academic year. As a community, we remain positive through the hardest periods of academic, professional, and personal lives. I'm immensely proud to have gotten to be a leading role in a group of scholars who pushed the norms and overcame obstacles. Through the coronavirus pandemic, Rowan College of South Jersey students, faculty, and staff had to show resilience personally and collaboratively to develop the ability to operate virtually. Overnight, classes, resources, events, club meetings, and honor society meetings moved virtually in a format never previously incorporated into the curriculum. While I did not get the pleasure of getting to know each graduate personally, it is an honor to observe the innovative ways in which the student population improved themselves, campus life, and the lasting impact for generations to come. Within your time here at Rowan College of South Jersey, you have inspired me by your dedication to achieving your goals, adaptability in the most unexpected situations, and peer support of one another. We faced the odds through a pandemic, we challenged racial injustice, and we are persevering through hardships accompanied with a year of uncertainty. And we are here today receiving the degree we dedicate our academic careers to. As a student body, there is immense adaptability to transition to an online platform of delivery. I'm immensely proud of all of us for being a group forever in history and displaying resilience. Despite the odds, it is truly heartwarming to observe this level of teamwork with students who came together during a period of separation. Thank you, my fellow students, for supporting me as I hope I have supported you, but especially for supporting each other. I leave on this note with a quote by Robin Williams. No matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. You were innovative, you brought your words and ideas and your passion to RCSJ. Now it is time to take that into the next chapter of your lives. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you for joining us here today to celebrate RCSJ's class of 2020 and 2021. The circumstances presented to us by the COVID-19 pandemic this past year were difficult ones. None of us could have seen the hardships awaiting us in this stage of our lives. Facing this, we all stood to the challenges presented to us, such as the virtual working environments, quarantining against an invisible enemy, the loss of those closest to us, and so much more. Now, we can say that we have reached a significant milestone on our journey to the next stage of life, and today we celebrate that journey. It was not easy getting here. Together, we struggled, we suffered. But in the face of adversity, despite our pains, we pushed through and chose and fought to rise and forge our paths forward, not back. When we cried, we persevered. When we fell, we stood. When we felt lost, we found hope. We were the example. We were the fire. We were us. Throughout my entire life, I was greatly inspired by Stan Lee and his work throughout my life. And he once said, "There must always be those who with the fire of rebellion in their blood. There must always be those who will dare to fight an unbeatable enemy. Only then can the race of man remain strong and fearless." And today, I can confidently say that every single one of us are true examples of his words. I would also love to express gratitude to those who have helped me live up to those words. My mom and my family, my friends, and so many others I would love to name, but I can't because we would be here until the next graduation. I am so proud, honored, and privileged to be able to call you all my fellow classmates, my fellow colleagues, my fellow fighters, my mentors, my friends. So let us stand proud because today is our day. Congratulations to all of you, the RCSJ class of 2020 and 2021. And again, as Stanley would say, Excelsior.
At commencement, it is a standing practice for the graduating class to collectively recognize the faculty and staff, those individuals who have played the most significant role in their academic development over the past several years. The faculty and staff would then be asked to stand, and the students would give them a resounding round of applause. However, in these unprecedented times, this is not possible. So on behalf of our graduating students, I would like to extend a hearty thank you for all of the hard work and dedication our faculty and staff have shown in support of our graduate success. Thank you very much. Mr. Gene Concordia, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Rowan College of South Jersey, I have the honor to present to you the graduating class of 2020 and 2021. The faculty have determined that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for their respective degrees: Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Fine Arts, and certificates, and they are therefore qualified to have these degrees and certificates conferred upon them at this time.
Thank you, Provost Rickards. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey, I hereby award the graduating class of 2020 and 2021 the degree of Associate in Arts, Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science and certificates, as the case may be, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
It is my honor to present the students who will be presenting the 2020 and the 2021 class charge. First, I'd like to introduce Ashton Palladino. Next, we have DeChina King. And our final student is Smyrna Hernandez Perez.
Will the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021 please rise?
Please move your tassel from right to left.
We present to you the Rowan College of South Jersey classes of 2020 and 2021.